Now picture this. It's the Christmas of 1996 BC. A young Mr. Siage awakens to Christmas gifts under the tree. The first box that he opens happens to be a gift set of Pierre Cardin for him cologne. That's right, the fragrance bottle that looks like a phallus. But to Mr. Siage, this was a great gift. It was one gifted to him by his father that he looked up to very much. And it also started him on his fragrance journey. Yes, it is a cheapie, but it was a goodie to him, and he liked it very, very much. So in honor of Pierre Cardin cologne, today we are doing the top 5 cheapie fragrances for the winter of 2017. Stay tuned. Now for me, living in the Philadelphia region, we tend to get some very, very, very cold winters, and I need a fragrance that can combat that cold weather. Today we're going to discuss inexpensive fragrances that can be had for under $40 and that are all very terrific. All links to these fragrances will be listed in the description box down below. So let's get started. Starting off my list at number 5 is Bentley Intense for Men. That's right, the luxury car company that's so expensive actually makes affordable fragrances. Notable notes in Bentley Intense for Men are cinnamon, leather, benzoin, and incense, but what you really get from this amazing fragrance is the boozy rum accord that is used. And for the wintertime, that's a great fragrance. It has great performance. I get around 10 hours of it and about 2 to 3 hours of solid projection before it fades into a skin scent. And all that could be had for under $30. That's right, $30. At number 5, Bentley Intense for Men. At number 4, we actually have a clone of a fragrance that is very popular high-end niche fragrance known as Pegasus by Parfums de Marly. This fragrance is none other than by the House of Armaf, and it is Craze. Now Armaf is known for making its clones. It has Très Nuit, which is a green Irish tweed clone that is made by Creed, and they also have another Creed clone of Aventus, which is called Club de Nuit Intense Man. Craze is their take on Pegasus by Parfums de Marly. Parfums de Marly's Pegasus can go for upwards of $290, but for a fraction of the price, you can get the same kind of smell in Craze. Notable notes in Craze are heliotrope, lavender, but what I really get is a bitter almond that has a little bit of a vanilla kind of dry down. It has a good 8 to 10 hours on my skin with a good 1.5 to 2.5 hours of solid projection. And for a fraction of the price of Parfums de Marly and to smell very similar, Craze is very much worth it. At number 4, Craze by Armaf. My number 3 fragrance is by the clothing designer store Zara, and it is none other than Zara Amber Noble. The only problem with this fragrance is you're going to actually have to go to a Zara store to find it. Unfortunately, their online store in the US doesn't sell their fragrances, but it can be had for under $26. If you try to find it online though, a lot of people are selling it for upwards to $90 because of how hard this fragrance is to find. When you go to the Zara store, make sure to ask them to check behind the counter if you don't see this fragrance on the counter, because actually when I went to go look for this fragrance, it wasn't on display, but when I asked them about it, they went and checked in the cabinets behind the counters and it was in there. So it was a great find, and I was very happy. Now with Zara Amber Noble, the Zara website notes that the notes in this are bergamot, saffron, benzoin, But what I really get from this fragrance is a very, very, very strong amber note that dries down a little bit powdery, which necessarily isn't a bad thing. But this fragrance can be a little cloying to the wearer. It smells great in the air, but my suggestion would be to actually spray the back of the neck, or what I actually call the money spot, because this area right here is very conducive for actual compliments for me. So make sure you don't spray this too close to your moneymaker over here, because it can become cloying. But it is a great, great, great fragrance. I get about 6 to 7 hours of solid performance, and about 2 to 3 hours of that are heavy projection. So at number 3, we have Zara Amber Noble. At number 2, we have another clone of a widely popular designer fragrance known as Terry Mugler's Pure Havana. At number 2, we have Insurrection Pure Too Wild by Rayon Tradition. Insurrection Pure Too Wild is basically Terry Mugler's Pure Havana at 1/3 of the price that Terry Mugler's Pure Havana is. With this fragrance, what you're gonna get are that very cherried tobacco note. It's a maraschino kind of cherry tobacco, and it is very, very, very inducive to compliments. This fragrance, I get a solid 6 to 7 hours on my skin with a good 2 to 3 hours of solid projection. And for the price of under $20, I believe that it may be rather redundant if you're not a collector to have this and Terry Mugler's Pure Havana. Me, I am a collector, so I do have both. But if you're balling on a budget, Insurrection Pure Too Wild is the way to go for a Cheapie winter fragrance of 2017. And now, my number 1 Cheapie fragrance for the winter of 2017 is Perry Ellis Oud Black Vanilla Absolute. This fragrance right here, when I first smelled it, it was terrific. It was surprising. From the house of Perry Ellis, to get the caliber of scent that came from this, it smelled like a high-end niche fragrance, to be honest. And for the price that it came down to, under $35, it was a great, great, great find for me. I was very, very surprised with it, and really, really happy that I made this choice. Now, the thing is, this isn't the best performer off this list. I get about 6 to 7 hours of solid performance before it settles down to a skin set, with a good 1.5 to maybe 3 is pushing it of good projection. It depends. Sometimes I get 1, sometimes I get 3. It all depends on different kinds of conditions, weather and whatnot. But based on scent itself, Perry Ellis Oud Black Vanilla Absolute is what made me put it at number 1. It is a terrific niche quality fragrance. Plus, this bottle is just sexy. I mean, look at that top. Look at the black gold. It is an amazing scent, amazing quality, and for the price, this is my number 1 fragrance for the winter of 2017. So there you have it. Mr. Sillage's inexpensive top 5 winter fragrances of 2017. If you like what you saw, please make sure to like and comment. It'll be greatly appreciated. And make sure to hit the notification button and subscribe for future videos, notifications, and also giveaways. As I come closer to 100 subscribers, I'm going to be actually doing a full unopened bottle giveaway of a fragrance that I talked about in this video, which is Terry Mugler's Pure Havana. So if you want to get a chance, we need to get the subscribers up. Make sure to probably share this video with a friend that you might think, see if they'll be able to subscribe. As soon as we get closer to that 100 subscribers, I'll be doing that full bottle giveaway. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. It is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. And one more thing, go frag yourself.